Ready? Welcome to the November 5th meeting of the Elizabethtown City Council. Our person will bring the invocation.
If you'd like to pray with us. Father, you are worthy of every praise that would come from our lips. Father, how grateful we are to be able to pause to say thank you for Elizabethtown, Kentucky, a city that we're privileged to live in, work in, and play in. And we thank you for those men and women who wear the city logo each and every day to make it the great quality of city that it is. And Father, we realize that tomorrow, we as a free nation will get to exercise our votes. And it is because of the sacrifice of many to give us this freedom. Not only in the past, but those that are sacrificing this day to give us this freedom. And we thank you for that. And we pray special blessing upon them and their family as they stand guard around not only our nation, but the world to ensure this freedom. Father, be with those that protect us and serve us each and every day. And may all that we do bring you glory, for you are so deserving. It is in your Son's name that we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Join us in the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first order of business tonight is the approval of minutes from the October 15th meeting.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, and we have a presentation tonight. This is Erin Hahn from the Heritage Council.
Hi, everyone. Just a brief update on our upcoming Heritage Council event, Dine Around Downtown. It will be happening this Saturday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We currently have 17 merchants involved with 10 restaurants and caterers that are participating. We've sold $925 so far, but not to be freak out or anything. Last year, we sold a total of about $9,500, but $7,000 of that was sold within the last 3 days in consideration of even the day of. So it's going to be a little chilly. We're not going to have the wonderful weather we had last year, but at least it won't be raining, so it'll be good. And we actually had 2 interviews today for the executive director position, and one of which we feel very confident with. So, any questions?
Yeah, Erin, where can they buy tickets?
They can buy tickets online on dinearounddowntown.org.
And how much are the tickets?
$25, so $25 a piece.
Great. Any other questions? All right, thank you very much.
Hope you all can make it.
Okay. We have the second reading, ordinance number 31, 2018, closing a portion of the right-of-way known as Altech Drive. We have a motion to read.
Motion.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Yes, and Mayor, this is Benny's second reading. In summary, this is an ordinance that closes a portion of the right-of-way known as Altech Drive. The abutting owners are the Elizabethtown Hardin County Industrial Foundation and Metalsa Structural Products. This was read the first time on October the 15th, 2018.
This is a roll call vote, starting with Mr. Bennett.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Let's do that here exactly right. Would you want to make a motion to adopt it first?
Motion. Second.
Now, do we go back over, all over?
I think you can have your vote, so you're
Yeah.
good. Yep.
Great. Okay, municipal order number 88, 2018, approving incentives to Structures USA LLC. Motion to read, please.
Motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the City of Elizabethtown wishes to support the creation of manufacturing jobs in the community, and whereas Structures USA LLC is located in Elizabethtown at 333 Peterson Drive and will will add up to 50 new jobs. Now be it ordered that the city of Elizabethtown approves extending industrial development incentives to Structures USA LLC as follows. The state KVI tax incentive, including the partial refund of the Elizabethtown occupational license fee in the amount of 1% annually for 10 years for new jobs created based upon approval by the Kentucky Economic Development Finance Authority, with actual reimbursement annually based on the number of new jobs created. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved. This is the 5th day of November, 2015.
We have a motion to adopt the order. Second. All those in favor? Thank you. Municipal order number 89, 2018, accepting the property of 720 East Dixie Avenue from the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Motion to read, please.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the City of Elizabethtown wishes to better serve the fire protection needs of the community by constructing a new fire station on the south end of the city, and whereas the Commonwealth of Kentucky, through the Transportation Cabinet, Department of Highways, has deemed property located on the west side of US 31W, known as 720 East Dixie Avenue, as excess land. Now be it ordered that the City of Elizabethtown accepts the transfer of the property known as 720 East Dixie Avenue from the Commonwealth of Kentucky for the utilization as a fire station and a park and ride lot. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, including but not limited to executing all contracts, agreements, and deeds. Read, adopted, and approved this 5th day of November, 2018.
Thank you, Dee. Motion to adopt.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And I just want to say, Helen, hey, municipal order number 90, 2018, approving an agreement with Hardin County Water District number 2. Motion to read, please.
Motion.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the City of Elizabethtown owns and operates a wastewater treatment plant known as the Valley Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant, which is ideally located and has adequate reserve capacity to treat the wastewater generated in the Glendale area of southern Hardin County. And whereas the Hardin County Water District number 2 has commenced construction of the Nolan River Watershed Wastewater Project, which will provide wastewater collection service in the Glendale area of southern Hardin County. And whereas the Elizabethtown City Council approved by municipal order number 51 of 2013 an agreement with the Hardin County Water District number 2 for a sewer wholesale rate for the treatment of wastewater for the Glendale area. And whereas the city and Hardin County Water District number 2 wish now to further define the terms and conditions of that agreement to provide the most cost-efficient and environmentally sound manner for wastewater treatment. Now be it ordered that the City of Elizabethtown approves the wastewater treatment agreement with the Hardin County Water District number 2 for the wastewater treatment of the Glendale area at the Valley Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant as detailed on Exhibit A. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designate be and she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved. This is the 5th day of November, 2008.
Thank you, Dee Dee. We have a motion to adopt the order.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, municipal order 91, 2018, approving a control authority agreement with Hardin County Water District number 2. Motion to read, please.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the City of Elizabethtown owns and operates a wastewater treatment plant known as the Valley Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant, which must implement and enforce a pre-treatment program to control discharges and to assure compliance with the Federal Clean Water Act. And whereas Hardin County Water District number 2 has commenced construction of the Nolan River Watershed Wastewater Project, which will provide wastewater collection service in the Glendale area of Hardin County, which will be treated by the city under the agreement. Whereas the city wishes to protect the Valley Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant by assuring the by assuring that the wastewater collected by Hardin County Water District Number 2 is within all control limits established for the operation as a regional facility under the state of Kentucky permitting process. And whereas the city has a sewer use ordinance number 11, 2002, as amended, and the Hardin County Water District 2 agrees to endorse and adopt by policy the city's sewer use ordinance. Now be it ordered that the city of Elizabethtown approves the control authority agreement with Hardin County Water District Number 2 for the wastewater treatment of the Glendale area at the Valley Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant as detailed in Exhibit A. Further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designated she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, read, adopted, and approved as the 5th day of November 2018.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Do we have a motion to adopt the order?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Municipal Order 92, 2018, accepting the proposal from CMW Incorporated for construction administration services for City Hall renovation. A motion to read the order.
Motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the city of Elizabethtown contracted with CMW Incorporated for architectural design services for the renovation of City Hall. And whereas the city of Elizabethtown has now contracted the construction activity for the renovation of City Hall. Now be it ordered that the city of Elizabethtown accepts the proposal from CMW Incorporated for construction administration for the City Hall renovation project as outlined in their proposal dated August 24, 2018, and attached as Exhibit A in an amount not to exceed $74,630. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designated being she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order, including but not limited to the signing of all contracts and documents. Read, adopted, and approved this is the 5th day of November 2018.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Okay, do we have a motion to adopt this order?
Motion.
Motion second. Motion first and second. All those in favor?
Aye. I'm opposed. I am opposed.
You're opposed.
Yes, I'm opposed.
5 in favor and 1 opposed. Okay, municipal order number 93, 2018, accepting a recommendation of the Elizabethtown Planning Commission to deny amendment of the official zoning map for 516 North Main Street. Motion to read the order, please.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the date set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the Elizabethtown Planning Commission conducted a public hearing on a map amendment request for property located at 516 North Main Street on October 23, 2018. And whereas the Elizabethtown Planning Commission received public testimony and determined that the request to amend the official zoning map was not in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan. And whereas the Elizabethtown Planning Commission has recommended to the City Council that the map amendment request be denied and has transmitted its findings of fact along with a summary of evidence and testimony to the City Council. Be it ordered that the City of Elizabethtown, Kentucky hereby accepts the recommendation of the Elizabethtown Planning Commission and denies the amendment to the official zoning map from residential 4, R4 to commercial 2, C2 for the property located at 516 North Main Street. Be it further ordered that the mayor of the city and or her designated she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this order. Read, adopted, and approved this is the 5th day of November 2018.
Mayor, can we have some discussion before we vote on this?
Absolutely.
I had a little problem with this recommendation that came from the planning commission, and I had a little problem the night of the hearing on that. And I'll tell you what my problem is. I just have a hard time saying that this cannot be a commercial entity or commercial business when you can stand in their parking lot and throw a baseball and hit 2 other commercial properties, one being Danny's Market / tobacco shop, and the other one right across the street, which is United Way. And basically the reason, if I understand it correctly, that they cannot be a commercial enterprise is because they had not been one for over a year. In other words, there's a period of time to where it used to be an antique store and used to do some other things. And I understand all that. And I think the planning commission made the only vote that they could make. I think they made the only recommendation that our comprehensive plan allows them to make. And I'm gonna vote no to the recommendation simply because I think this is another instance to where we really need to get that plan updated. If we're gonna expand the footprint for downtown, we need to figure out how we're gonna expand that footprint. Are we gonna have some mixed uses going down some of these corridors that go into downtown? But I just have I mean, that is not ever gonna be a house. Okay? It's always been a commercial piece of property. I really have a hard time telling someone that owns that property, you cannot have a commercial enterprise there, but oh, I know they've got one across the street, and I know they've got one next door. So I'm gonna vote no, but that's my decision.
Understand. Ed, you want to comment on this?
As Terry points out, that the city's comprehensive plan states that this ought to be a residential area. And I would remind the council members that that is the basis that you all have to make your decisions based on what the comprehensive plan states. And it states it's a residential area. There was no testimony put forward other than the application that was filed to provide any reasoning for the planning commission to change from that standard. There are a lot of other places in this community that have what is known as non-conforming use status. That is, the city says, long-term, we would like to see a change in this area, but you're allowed to remain in this operation. This is one of those properties that lost that non-conforming status. Their request was for a different zoning category than I would point out to the council that is what is across the street at the United Way. United Way is a C1, which is an office home. This request was for a C2, which is a more intense commercial use. We do have, again, as Councilman Shipp points out, maybe that particular building would not be used as a residential purpose, but we have seen quite a bit of activity in our community lately where structures have been torn down and different structures have been rebuilt on lots. I would also agree, though, with Councilman Shipp, and you all have put the money in your budget to do the comprehensive plan and update it. But again, as Terry points out, the discussion needs to take place in a public forum on how that should look differently and what the transition should be. And currently, the document that you all have to use, the comprehensive plan, states that that area ought to be residential. So I think that's why you got the recommendation from the Planning Commission, even though there may be some thought that it is an area in transition. Right now, the document that you all have to make those decisions on says it ought to be residential. So that's why you got that recommendation.
Right, and I think they made the only recommendation that they could make, once again, based on comprehensive plan. I think it would have helped the property owners if they had been present to where they could have made a case. And I know there was some discussion, if we knew more about what kind of commercial or retail operation it was, the parking, there is some limited parking and access, things like that. But I think my vote is more than anything else in support that we do need to make changes, and we do need to revamp that comprehensive plan. And if we're going to go downtown, in some of these corridors, we need to kind of get on to business to find out everything.
I agree with Terry, but I'm not sure legally we have the stand to be able to do that based on the document that we've got to.
Not without findings of
Well,
fact.
we don't have a-
we can't present.
Then I'll ask Dee, if we don't have a stand legally, then we're forced to agree with the recommendation.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you all choose not to accept the recommendation, then you all have to come up with your own findings of fact on why you think it ought to be changed. And like I said, in that recommendation or your decision has to be based on the testimony of that hearing and the record that was created that evening. And I would caution you as a staff person that that information is not in that record. So, I mean, as Terry pointed out, the property owner didn't even show up that evening to present any information. So there's nothing in the record that says, here's what I'm gonna do, or here's how it ought to be different, or those kind of things. So that's the caution I would have for you all, is you have to rely upon that record. And in the record, the testimony that was given by the staff from your planning department and the planning commission members and city's comprehensive plan that is in the record, all state that area ought to be residential.
Yeah, I feel more comfortable revisiting this after we make a change in the comprehensive.
And I would remind the council members that there is no prohibition in the zoning ordinance that limits anybody when they can present a new application and those kind of things. So yes, to your point, Councilman Bennett, if the city works on updating that comprehensive plan, the property owner would be well within their rights to submit a new application.
And it well could be that at that time, the property owner may not request the C2, which may have been approved. I mean, may have been a factor in not being approved, so. Yeah.
Any other discussion?
Mayor, I make a motion, we approve the recommendation from the planning commission to deny the request.
I'll second
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll begrudgingly
Opposed?
I will begrudgingly be in favor.
All right. Okay.
It wasn't arousing in favor.
Duly noted that it's not arousing in favor.
Mine was a recommendation. Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, we have some really, really exciting things. Sarah Vaughn is going to come down and talk about Christmas and concerts and all kinds of things.
Apologize, I thought you had one more thing to talk about. Good evening, everybody. Yes, I've got some really fun things to talk about and make sure you all are aware of several things upcoming. First and foremost, this Saturday, along with the Dine Around festivities going on, we are joining in as well. So we're having Edna's going away birthday party.
We sure are starting early.
No, we are hosting the December 63, a tribute to the original Jersey Boys. So a little bit different than our normal shows. We thought we would throw one in there, try it out. It's not country, right? So this is actually not a part of the Fort Knox Federal Credit Union concert series. This is something a little bit different, kind of like the dinosaur show that we had at the beginning of the year. So just testing the waters a little bit.
What was the relationship between mayor and dinosaurs?
None at all. Not even remotely, Marty Fulkerson. So come on out to this great show. Hard transition right there. Tickets are still available, and if you participate in Dine Around and want to go to the show, if you bring in your Dine Around ticket to the theater at the doors, then we will give you $5 off your ticket. So that's how we're participating, or the theater's participating, since we're kind of overtaking their facility that night. So you can get a little discount there. The next day, I've got the program, and we will have more official, better printed, not upside down versions on Sunday. So Veterans Day is happening, I know. And that is taking place this Sunday, 2 o'clock. And we partner with the local American Legion Hardin Post 113. This is the 7th year that we'll be doing this. So we're really excited to move everything up to the memorial, the wall memorial this year. And we're going to have CT there who's going to speak on behalf of that as well. Mayor Berger will be talking, welcoming everyone, and then Representative Tim Moore will be there as well as the main speaker. So it's a great day, and of course we just want to honor our veterans. It's less than an hour, I believe, for the entire ceremony. So come on out on Sunday. Right after that, and we're going to actually be setting all this up starting Thursday. Our Parks and Rec staff is super busy right now getting ready for this. But Christmas in the Park will be happening, which is the next flyer. And this is our 27th year for Christmas in the Park. and it just keeps getting bigger and better every year. We've got a little over 120 displays, I believe, that's a part of that. And then we have some great Parks and Rec staff members that have put their heart and soul into, or staff that have put their heart and soul into some of the older displays, making them newer, making them better, putting in new bulbs, all that good stuff. So that will actually be kicked off November the 21st, the day before Thanksgiving, going through January the 1st. We have our ice rink. We also brought in Trolley Express this year, which I'm happy to say actually sold out in 4 hours. So we had some very reasonably priced tickets where you get to ride a trolley and you get to wear your pajamas if you're a kiddo, and you get to have hot chocolate and photos with Santa. It was just something we wanted to try out. We had 3 different nights and 10 different time slots, and they all sold out in less than 4 hours. So we're definitely going to be revisiting that next year. So super excited about that. And then the last but not least, we announced this, Edna announced this on Saturday during the Mark Chestnut concert, and then we got it out today in all the media contacts, but Winona is coming back to Elizabethtown January the 26th, so we wanted to welcome everybody out to that show. Tickets are going to actually go on sale this Friday the 9th at 10 a.m. And she was here March 2017, and the show sold out in about 2.5 days, so we're hoping that that's going to happen again. So, you might have any questions? Thank you all for supporting the events and continuing to attend them, and it's very good to see your all's faces there, so thank you.
Sarah, when's the parade?
Christmas parade will be December the 8th, second Saturday in December. And I'll be talking in more depth once all the details are finalized on that a couple of weeks out.
And also, if you come Saturday night to the concert, we'll be celebrating Cindy Walker's birthday.
For 1963.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. Okay, Don Hill are going to talk about the falling leaves.
Mayor, council, good afternoon. Public Works crews have been working out the lake on the entrances. If you've noticed the columns, today the capstones were set on those. There's still some stone work that needs to occur, lighting. We're looking at some different types of lights, and then some curb work. So certainly I don't know if we'll get the curb work done, but we're trying to get those completed before Christmas in the park. So we've had quite a few people stop by, talk about, just the general public just pulling in the park, stop and just talk about how nice they are. So good design work, Mayor. Excellent. So,
Tell you, I think I could give Charlie Brown credit for designing them. I just said, put something out there.
there you go.
Cindy Walker couldn't find.
Charlie says as long as it's got-
Couldn't find a way to be in Lake Park. And I said, oh my gosh, we need signs.
No, it's downtown. I want signs downtown. Park.
There you go. We'll work on that. If you were out this past weekend, you probably saw a lot of activity, people putting leaves out, working in their yards. Then Sunday, I worked in my yard on Saturday. Sunday, the yard was covered again. So to alleviate some of that frustration, about a week and a half ago, the city began its fall leaf pickup or disposal program. And so at that time, we sent out 1 vacuum truck, and today we've got 3 vacuum trucks out. We've also got 2 brush loaders. We're going to continue brush pickup also during that time. What we see mostly is the disposal methods that people use is loose leaves, where they either blow or rake the leaves out close to the street. That in the bag leaf method. So if you use the loose leaf method, we just ask that you not interfere with traffic by blocking lanes on the city streets. Do not obstruct drainage ways. And also, if you keep your loose leaves and your brush separate, and also if you have a mixture of bag debris, keep that separate, and then the crews will come through and they'll be picking it up. If you use the bag leaf method, we ask that you use clear bag leaves and only clear bags so we can see them. Limit the weight to 50 pounds. And then if you need to buy the bags, you can purchase those at Public Works or at the Pritchard Community Center. Some people choose to mulch their leaves up and have compost bins. So certainly we encourage that. If you want compost, we will have it available down at Public Works because we process the brush, the leaves that come into that compound, and that's free to the public if you want to come down and get compost. And then if you use a lawn care contractor, if they dispose of it, they can bring that, as long as it's generated within the city limits of Elizabethtown, they can bring that down to the Public Works compound at 301 Waterworks Drive. If you have any questions, you can call 270-765, extension 341. So, are there any questions?
Thank you
Thank
very,
you.
very much. Appreciate it. Marty?
I was hoping she'd be here, but she is not. This Friday marks the last day for Sherry Murphy as our Executive Director of the Elizabethtown Tourism Convention Bureau. And I've worked with her, I guess, since I've been on the council as a liaison for tourism in the city of E-Town. And certainly, I think it's appropriate that we say thank you to her at this meeting, because we haven't always agreed on the method of how to get somewhere, but certainly we have agreed that we wanted a better community. And I think that we can see a lot of projects here in the community through her leadership and her direction, working with her board and her commission. And so I think it's appropriate that we say thank you to Sherry for her hard work, and we certainly will miss her and wish her the best of luck in Bowling Green. And we will defeat Bowling Green in tourism before it's all over.
Even if Sherry is.
Even if Sherry is.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Mayor, the only thing I would mention, as I was just sitting here thinking about some of the things tonight, I think it won't be too long in the distant future when we look back at tonight and this agreement that we have with the Water District on the Glendale Sewer partnership, how important that agreement will become. And I know that Cindy has had some questions about the agreement. I've had some questions about the agreement. Marty's had some questions about the agreement. We've worked to discuss through Ed, and then Ed has gone back. Mr. Talley, appreciate all the work that you've done, and JJ, both them, well, all of you guys. It's an important agreement. And I think someday we're going to look at the industry that's in that area, as well as the benefit that the residents have. But someday we're going to look back and we're not going to realize we just kind of went through it pretty easy tonight. But there was a lot of work behind the scenes, and there was a lot of things to contemplate. And there was a lot of moving parts in the agreement too. And it was a fairly complicated partnership, but I think it's great. I think someday we're going to look back on it and say it's going to be one of the greatest things we've done.
Jerry, I would agree, and I think it will be, in 5 years, a very historic thing, as historic as us selling selling our.
All these
our water
guys
facility.
did all the heavy lifting, made it look easy, because all we did was, push it on through. But I think it's a really important partnership. I think it'd be great.
And I want to commend everybody involved in Hardin County Water District too, because it certainly could have been much more difficult than that had we not been in a situation where it was a give and take and very open. I commend the group.
Thank you.
I think this study went all the way back to 2000, almost 10 years back, really.
Been a long time in the making.
Talking about 30 minutes?
You go right on. Let's hear it.
I was told I get 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So here it goes.
All right.
I think that I'm only here for the food.
You're in bad shape.
No, I think that we have a great relationship and a great working relationship. And all the mayors up to our present mayor, I told them that I look forward to turning their water off. Because when I became a commissioner on the water, we bought all the water from the city of E-Town. And at 4 o'clock on a hot afternoon, people out on Bardstown Road didn't have water because you couldn't provide. And then we worked with District 1 and were able to do that. And every mayor I've told, and I've probably told you, that I look forward to turning your water on. But I realized I was in error, and I've repented of that. Because I think that you're our customer. And we want to do the best as you want to do for your customers. And we want to have the best water, the best service, and the best community. And we're working together to do that. And that has not always been true of the water district or the city. And I really feel that, and I see that, And some of you on this commission see that, and your words were well spoken. I do think this is a monumental moment and a monumental opportunity for both of us, but most importantly, for Hardin County as a whole. We are truly, truly blessed to work together in a true partnership. And thank you all for being a partner. And on behalf of JJ and all the staff and the commissioners, we just want to say thank you for your cooperation and for putting your heart, because just because it's on a piece of paper, it's got to be best for both, not just one. And we appreciate working with you. So thank you, and the whole water district and staff want to say thank you.
Thank you all very much. I remember before I took this job, Mo talking about this. Look, here it is. Here it is.
So Brother Bell, be nicer to you now because you can turn his sewer off.
Yeah, Marty, I know where you live.
Okay, anything else? It's your last chance, tomorrow's election day.
Turn the ballot over.
You want to say Chicago? Vote early, vote off.
Okay, all right, 9D, a motion to close the meeting pursuant to KRS 61.810A to conduct deliberation on future acquisition or sale of real property by the city, and B, to discuss the general nature of existing and possible litigation by the city.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much.